Hi viewers, welcome to the fifth video, which is addresses one of the biggest elephants in the room, payment entries. As property managers, one of the main, role is to account for every penny that has been paid by the tenants or even the primary stakeholders like the landlords, paid to suppliers, etc. So the system, in this video, we will show you how to make payment entries against maybe invoices that include rent invoices, sales invoices, water invoices, purchases for expenses. And the workaround is exactly the same for all different things. So it kind of helps a lot, especially for the learning curve, since adding payment entries is just one similar step for all documents or all invoices you have on in the system. We also The system will also allow you to pay to or from multiple accounts, basically either your landlord account, your agent account, etc. And for us as one accountant, what we also do is that we have different service offerings where we either allow you to do self-managed, that is where your team will be doing all the payment entries and data entry work. If you want to do some outsourcing, partial outsourcing, we have a team that does automated data entry. So if you receive, what that would mean is that if you have payments that are made for either service charge by tenants or landlords, and maybe for tenants for rent, our team will actually do that for you. So it automates that process from your end, and all you'll be needing to do is to approve the payment entries. And we also have the last offering, which is basically full outsourced, where we do everything for you, including accounts management. So to be able to add a payment entry, you navigate to the payment entries button, and just the same way as the other documents or other reports, you're able to add a payment entry. However, the most efficient way to add a payment entry against an invoice is you navigate to the person or the tenant that you're paying that for. For example, let's say Best Tenant has made a payment. Navigate to the sales invoice that belongs to that tenant. Click on that invoice, then click on the plus button that is on the part of connections. Once you click that payment entry plus button, the system will automatically populate every single detail that relates to that invoice and create a payment entry. It will automatically create payment entry, and the posting date will be by default today's date. You can change that if you'd like. What you need to do is to create a mode of payment, basically to indicate where that payment has come from. So if this payment was made to the pay bill one, you just select that. Once that is done, you navigate down to the amount that they paid. The system automatically allocates the invoice amount, assumes you've paid the full amount, but you can edit this. Let's say, for example, he paid 130,000 instead of 82 because he has many invoices outstanding. What you need to do is that you need to get all outstanding invoices. So you click on this button, and it has different filters that you can use to get outstanding documents. What you usually do is that you want to select a date that is farthest as old as possible as to when the system started, so that you are able to capture or whether this tenant has any open invoices. You can just delete that whole thing, and then you click on get outstanding. So the system will automatically look for all the invoices and list them out for you, and it will do automatic allocation of invoices based on first thing first out. It will have some details here that shows you whether you have any unallocated amount. Basically, if somebody has made an overpayment, if you have any taxes, withholding, etc., that will come here. Then what you need to do as a data entry point is to put the check reference number. So this you can always get it from your M-Pesa message or your bank account. And that's all in terms of creating a new payment entry. Everything else will automatically pick from the sales invoice that was there. That's it in terms of creating a payment entry against an invoice. And of course, you can just submit this and print it. Either send it via SMS through this button, or you can just print it and email it to the person who made the payment to you. So that's it in terms of making a payment entry. You can make reference to other videos for all the other items that have been referenced. Another way to make a payment entry is to actually just go to payment entry section, and in this one I'll just show you a detailed meaning of what each section means. So you click on this add button. The first section is defining the type of payment. The system automatically allocates a series code or a unique code, automatically creates a posting date. The company is basically yourself. So in this case, we are making a payment entry for International Property Managers. The payment type, there are 3 payment types in the system. You can either be receiving a payment, you can either be making a payment, or doing an internal transfer between your bank accounts. So if you're receiving, you just say receive, you select receive. If you transfer from your M-Pesa to your Standard Chartered Bank, you click on internal transfer. If you pay a vendor or an expense, like for example the AXAM lifts that we did create, you click on pay. On the mode of payment, you are selecting how you paid it. So if you did Lipa na M-Pesa, you select that. So we will basically have set up this with you when we were doing the business analysis. So this is, let's say we have made a payment from M-Pesa pay bill. Then the second section will show who has been paid, or who has either paid or who has been paid. So the party type basically will be the type of the person who's paid. For example, it's your customer or tenant, in this case of a property manager. The name of the person, you can select the person who has actually made the payment. Maybe it's best tenant. The system will automatically pick all the other fields: contact, mobile phone number. We don't have this for this tenant. Account will just show you where money is, how the money is moving in and out. Basically, because this is an accounting system, it's showing you that the money is being paid from a tenant to an M-Pesa account, the bank, and your current balance is 115,000. The current outstanding balance for the tenant is 45,500. So then the next thing you do is you enter the payment amount. The payment amount for that tenant will be, for example, let's say he's paid only 2,000. You select 2,000, click outside the cell, then you click on get invoices. Again, delete this to go back to the earliest time in the system, get outstanding documents, and it lists out all the invoices. Then you can select this one will have the total allocated amount, if you have any unallocated amounts or overpayments. Then you put the transaction reference, it is in your M-Pesa, and the reference date. Then after that, you'll be able to allocate or to comment on whether this payment relates to a landlord or it relates to you as a rendition, as the property manager. So how you do, you click on this, and then the landlord or conceptor, if it belongs to a landlord, select the landlord. For example, if it's International Property Manager, we select that. But now in this case, I think we are making it against the company account, so you just select main. And that's how you add a payment entry, and those are the different meanings of every single item on that list. Thank you, and see you next time on a video to do with bank clearance. Thank you and goodbye.